The Urbz was perhaps one of the most unique entries in the Sims franchise. The term Urbz, slang for Urbanites, refers to the many social inhabitants of SimCity, whose neighborhoods you'll frequent to grow more skilled, get richer, and eventually hone your social prowess to become one of the most popular Sims in town. The last time we played this game, I created my very own Urbz alter ego, Chad Ambiguous, and began leveling up my aspirations to become the most popular, networked, well-connected, and wealthiest of all the Sims in the neighborhood. Our journey took us many directions, but above all, it was upwardly mobile. The quest continues to make friends, level up my social cred, and above all, get rich or die trying. Today we return to the life of everyone's favorite Urbz Sims in the City alter ego protagonist. It's Chad Ambiguous. That's right, Chad Ambiguous. The last time we left Chad Ambiguous, he was busy pulling himself up by the bootstraps. Starting out from a total nobody, we actually made friends with several other Sims in the neighborhood, adventuring city district to city district, now having reached level 8, Emulator. We grew in our mental and physical capacities, and after going through several jobs, we managed to raise 1,623 simoleons. We made it to the luxuriant paradise of Diamond Heights, located hundreds of stories above the rest of the city. And today we continue our quest toward gaining street cred, working and making money, and of course, becoming the most popular Sim to ever live. Naturally, this begins by dressing really cool. If you want to get popular, you need cool clothes. And unfortunately, right now, my current threads are just not cutting it in Diamond Heights. But to get clothes, we need money. We gotta take a job here at the amateur model job. I'm sure this will do. Day 1 on the job. All we gotta do is just press these buttons in this order and, oh my goodness, I've earned 530 simoleons. And we've unlocked Fake Punch. Once again, I am simply not cool enough to get into the club in this neighborhood. Alas, I am such a loser. But fortunately, because I grind and I'm on that hustle, bro, we can once again, as it is my custom, cross this dangerously narrow sky bridge, all in order to just seek external validation by changing my appearance to make other people happy. Let's begin. All right, if we want to fit in Diamond Heights, we need to look really fancy and rich. How about this avant-garde cowboy hat? This extremely fancy monocle? And let's not forget, of course, a white pinstripe suit. That's perfect. I think I'm just about as fancy as can be. I look like old money. Maybe my grandfather invented chicken nuggets or something, who knows. I am the heir to a massive family fortune. Oh my goodness, I can hardly believe how important and handsome I look. It's time to go fit in with the locals. You there. This man literally named Cash. Oh my goodness, these people are oozing class. Classic textbook lesson 1 from the Urbz. You will spend most of your adult life trying to be someone other than who you actually are in order to please other people. Thus, only by impressing other people will you survive. Otherwise, you will be eaten out of the food chain. Alright, keep socializing to maintain your reputation. My entire sense of self-worth is based on what other people think of me. And honestly, my social star rank is improving. And that's just what matters. I've reached level 9. My fortunes continue to improve. Oh yeah. My popularity has grown enough that I can now attend the club. Step aside, Mr. Man. I am one of the important ones now. Goal achieved. I am one of the most popular people in the neighborhood now, after only a few hours. Honestly, not that much work. This is excellent. Now I can grab an actual meal. This is going to significantly improve my fortunes because, well, before I was just eating out of a vending machine. Yes. It's time to obtain one of the power socials from Darius. We got the Zam shot. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Time to spend the rest of the night dancing with the beautiful people. And by that I of course mean eating more food out of a vending machine. I hope it gets better for me. Okay, there is no shower in Skyline Heights, so you know what that means. I'm taking my clothes off and I'm gonna jump in a water fountain. Here we go. It's not enough to arrest me. This is all 100% completely legal. Alright, time to sell pictures of my body for money again. Yes, I've earned $900. Goal achieved. Diva Roma has taught you how to act romantic on Skyline Beach. Grab booty! My god, I've achieved social dynamite. How am I so agreeable? Look at me go. Practically anyone I meet likes me. All this transactional complimenting is really starting to pay off. You know, you gotta appreciate these residents of Skyline Heights. They like it when you brag. These people see life for what it is. Reach the pinnacle of your modeling career and I'll share a little trick with you. Those biker fellows taught me how to body slam. I mean, I could have told you it was financial Darwinism, but apparently we're actually wrestling other Sims. Oh, we've unlocked enough to go to the Southside Bridge now, which we've honestly made a few pretty good friends here in Skyline Heights. And to think, I was just beginning to feel like I was fitting in here. Well, alas. Skyline Heights, I hardly knew thee. But honestly, the people here are pretty out of touch. I'm beginning to grow sick of it. Let's go to Southside Bridge, shall we? Ah, another one of those fine Xbox cinematics. Except the frame rate is just, oh my gosh, it's awful. Alright, we've arrived at Southside Bridge, which is literally just a collection of warehouses on a dockside, and this is the home to the seamy underbelly of high city living. What is the job here again? Oh yeah, I forgot. We get to make fireworks. Junior Pyro. We get to play this minigame where we do, well, exactly the same thing as we do in every other minigame, but now under the exciting theme of creating audio-visual pyrotechnical amusements. You gotta go sabotage the competition's machines. Oh, how could I forget, of course. Good, we filled the firecracker bins. It's time to sabotage the competition. God, what a sinister set of businesses to open up right next door to one another and hate each other so much. How obviously could you commit a crime? Well, I mean, now that there's no doubt who sabotaged the machines, hey, at least I made my money. 450 simoleons. Alright, if we want to advance in our career, we now have to get some more artistic skill, which we have none of heretofore. So sad. You know what it's time to do once again? We're going shopping. It's time to, once again, completely change my identity so that other people will like me more. Let me walk into what I think is literally a shipping crate. That's pretty sketchy, but, well, I mean, a better risk than living out the rest of my life being not popular. Let's go and change our clothing. Tally-ho, and off I go into a completely pitch black shipping crate. Just a void of pure darkness. Okay, time to change my clothes. Now, in order to fit in with the gangsters, you gotta wear a driver's cap. Convince them that you're one of their own. Perfect. I mean, it is amazing. I am amazing. Sunglasses. Monocles might just make me look a little too entitled for this neighborhood. Let me exchange these for a pair of very cool, normal sunglasses. Actually, those are pretty good. I will keep my mustache. As it is my custom, let's continue. Clothing. You can't wear a white pinstripe suit if you're committing illegal activities. It's just simply too obvious. Let's wear a tropical shirt with, honestly, too many of the buttons unbuttoned. This shirt says, "Don't look at me, don't even talk to me. I'm just somebody's weird uncle." Pants. How about these pants, which make me look like some sort of sinister stick figure? Perfect, and I think that's just about it. This is an outfit that says, "I'm not doing anything illegal." Let's go. Look out, world, here comes Chad Ambiguous once again. I have emerged unscathed from the void of darkness within the shipping container. Fear me. It's time once again to use my insane superpowers of verbal expression, all to excite and wow the many exotic personas present in this neighborhood. Fortunately, since I seem to have some sort of Machiavellian, undiagnosed multiple personality disorder, I'm able to adapt in chameleon-like fashion to the many social circumstances surrounding me at any given time. The residents of this neighborhood seem to esteem acts of play fighting and other skullduggery. I will use bragging and fake fighting in order to make them see me as one of their own. Alright, I'm getting popularity points every second. Yes, I am, as I thought, one of the smartest people. I've done it again. I got a new apartment at Blankwood Towers. But hold that thought for just 1 second. I've gained access now to Central Station. Look, other people are talking about me. I'm so popular. Oh my goodness. I've gotten in with the in crowd enough to gamble now. Surely this will make me more popular with the residents of this neighborhood. In fact, I have a feeling that this is going to work so well. Let's use it many times, all in a row, all just to make this gentleman like me a little bit more, maybe. I love this social move. You actually do gamble real simoleons. It looks like I just won that one. I'm actually making money. I am popular enough to get into the Lucky 6 casino. Oh my goodness. I can hardly even believe how excited I am. And thank God for that, because I've been eating food out of a vending machine for the last 3 nights. But now, it looks like I've made just enough money from gambling that I can maybe buy myself some actual food to eat now. Let me speak to this gentleman with his underpants visible. My God, that's so cool. His name is literally ridiculous. You can't make this stuff up. And he responds to, once again, tickling, as almost everyone in this universe does. I've made it into the club, and I won't even be kicked out with tickling. This is consensual tickling. Look at me go. By making friends, I'm making even more friends because my network of friendship has grown so bulbous and nebulous. You think you've got the rhymes? I don't even know who you are, ambiguous. This man is going to show me how to rap. I'm going to keep doing nice things to him so that I can learn to rap for other people, whether or not they even want me to rap for them. What is this cutscene? Who even knows what that was? My God, look at the length of this man's necklace and the size of the medallion on the end of his gold chain. I'm not quite sure, but this just might be Flava Flav, pop icon of the early aughts. Perhaps if I befriend him, then women will want to join me in my bathtub. Who can really say? But there's only one way to find out, and that's by befriending this man. Look, I'm making money. I'm either cheating or really cool. Oh no, I've lost money. Well, after only 141 conversations, I've now made it all the way up to star level 95, whatever that means. I must be pretty popular now, though. Word around the neighborhood is that I got some serious moves. We're moving to Skyline Beach next. Look out, world, I've just crossed star level 101. For some reason, I'm now fighting a police officer. This might be one of the craziest things I've ever done. I've lost the fight, thank God for that. I could have gotten in a lot more trouble if I'd won the fight. There are no consequences for some reason. Why was I fighting that police officer? Who can even say? I'm back to celebrating again. I'm so street that I'm actually just going to take a nap on this public couch, and I think after we just grab this power social from Darius. Oh yeah, look at me go, I've got a power mug. And as much as I love the location of Southside Bridge, I think that perhaps even more near and dear to me is the location of Skyline Beach. Whether it's the series of shoddy rooftops strung together by literal 2x4s, the advertisements for actual cars that don't exist anymore, or the residents' visible undergarments, I'm not quite sure what I like so much about this locale. My God, there were so many advertisements for actual products in this game section. It feels so real. And actually a pretty cool setting. Look at all the other rooftops nearby. It really does feel like an authentically original Urbz location. The job is, ferret wrestler. This sounds highly cursed and nothing like some good old ferret wrestling in the morning. Alright, let me just go into this sketchy bedroom in the middle of nowhere and go to sleep again. What is this bed? It's a flag of a country that doesn't even exist. I mean, you'd expect a Union Jack there, but it's not even a Union Jack. It's just a symbol for nothing. Alright, as it is my custom, I'm going to begin my shift of wrestling some ferrets right now. For what I am wrestling them, I really couldn't tell you, to be totally honest. But wrestled nonetheless they must be by me. For some reason, the residents of this neighborhood seem transfixed by some sort of, like, ferret evaluation that seems to be going on in the background of the minigame I'm playing. Who can really say what these ferrets did to deserve this life? Perhaps they were some sort of vermin infesting the apartments, although I've never really heard of ferret vermin issues in city apartments. I can't really say, but who knows, maybe these ferrets were up to no good. Alright, I've earned all the money I need. Oh, awesome, I've learned the new social greeting, back slap. Let's find out which part of the back I'm slapping. Here we go, let's just check on all of the Sims nearby. Would anyone like to be slapped? No, unfortunately, almost no one would like a back slap. Well, maybe we'll find someone who'd like it later. Oh, I'm such a dingus. I've been a social chameleon just so many times, I've almost forgotten to completely change my identity once again. Let me just go over here in whatever this thing is to change my clothes once again. I must re-enter the void in order to gain popularity. Alright, how am I going to possibly fit into this community? Well, perhaps this bucket hat will defend me from the sun's unfiltered rays on these rooftops, but not only that, this bucket hat, since it is a non-traditional item of clothing, fills me with great swagger because I have almost no inhibitions. Likewise, I will protect my eyes from the sun's harsh rays and even magnify the amount of swagger with which I strut around with these sunglasses. Don't be fooled, they're not orange lenses because I spend too much time in front of a computer. Au contraire, I wear them in order to be avant-garde and bohemian. Shirt. You can't go wrong with a distastefully enormous medallion on your stomach. Perfect. Pants. I too will make my own undergarments visible, just like those of my peers. Let's put on these sneakers. Oh my goodness, they look like children's sneakers, but for adults. Well, honestly, if this getup doesn't get the ladies, I simply don't know what will. Jewelry. Let's have a chain on top of my other chain. Oh my gosh, look, I've got 2 chains. And then we'll just have these enormous cuffs. Oh no, we can't use this shirt. We need to use this other shirt instead so that my bucket hat can be visibly showing along with my undergarments. That's much better. Clearly an improvement. You know, we don't have the 2 chains anymore, and that top chain is just sort of hovering over my body and defying the laws of gravity, but let's just ignore that. This outfit is clearly even better than the one I just had on. Perfect. I am perfect. Look out, world. Thought you were impressed with me before? Well, think again. Clearly, my new getup and appearance are just much better than they were before. Alright, let me go approach some strangers so that I can show them how incredible I am. Alright, what's your name? Susie. Let's see how impressed you are when I greet you by bragging. Imagine getting walked up to by this guy and hearing something amazing about him, like my stamp collection or something. Oh my goodness. I'm just unlocking new things left and right. Oh, I almost forgot this neighborhood has literal sausages that can be eaten by any passerby. Oh my goodness, look at me. I'm satisfying my appetite while I'm socializing. Holy cow. I've invented a whole new way of multitasking. You love to see it, all the members of this neighborhood sharing the same food and socializing. It's almost as if we've discovered a secret communist society that actually works, where people are able to share things and live in community. And the whole secret was just wearing a lot more fake expensive jewelry and really extremely outdated and distasteful clothing. But honestly, I think that this just constitutes a much better life. Well, of course my aspirations are much the same in this part of town as they ever have been in the other parts of town. But still, I feel like I am almost nothing due to my lack of skills. Let's go ahead and change that. We're going shopping. It's time to purchase a variety of self-improvement machines, which we'll find out what these things do in a second. They're very expensive and honestly, above all, painful and masochistic to use. Because heretofore, I have mastered maybe only a little bit of the mental and physical skills as far as my capacities afford me, but still, I am a complete nobody when it comes to artistic skills. So, it's time to purchase a schnizzelator. That's right, a schnizzelator. Whether you're just learning to rap, trying to become a DJ, or going for a full-fledged song and dance routines, the schnizzelator is your ticket to a more creative lifestyle. Forget about art school. The schnizzelator is where it's at. It's time to go home and put all of our self-improvement gear to use. We're going back to our just terrible, terrible, dingy apartment. Goodbye, Skyline Beach. Back to home sweet home. You may think of it as a slum, but I think of it as my slum. Alright, the very first thing we have to do is upgrade our exercycle. Who could forget the Exercycopter Alpha Mod Kit? Fly to the heights of physical fitness today with your very own Exercycopter Alpha Mod Kit. 200,000 hover cycles later, and your legs lungs, and lower intestine will be loving you. Who even knows what that means either? This is going to give me much more vigorous physical activity. Yes, forget about just regular pedaling. How about pedaling while hovering off the ground? Alright, time for a lot more intense button mashing. Here goes nothing. Oh my goodness, this is so extremely intense! I think I might explode because of the vigorous physical activity. Oh my goodness. I can already feel the arthritis affecting my fingers prematurely because of how much insane physical stress this minigame is putting on my body. Oh, wow. Listen to the sound of me mashing the A button and devaluing the controller. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so physically unpleasant. I can feel myself improving by the second. Level 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Finally, I'm ripped. Oh, that was some of the most intense physical activity I have experienced this entire month. All right, we're running out of room in our apartment. It's time to put down our schnizzelator right there, and we will just move our mental machination station like right there. It may be a massive eyesore, but, well, it is a massive eyesore. All right, now that I've accidentally urinated myself, showered, and napped, it's time to improve my skills yet again. This time we're going to the mental machination station to upgrade it. I will just use this to upgrade our mental machination station with the chess upgrade. Battle against the natural entropic tendency of the brain to turn to stew by upgrading your mental machination station. Now you can ply your brain pondering chess strategies and the N-Queen's problem. Who even knows what that means? It's too advanced because we're not even smart enough yet to understand. And of course, perform yet more brain torture to make me even smarter than before, if you can even believe it. Here we go. Let me just sit down for another physically torturous round of button mashing. Oh my goodness, this is so painful. Oh, it feels like my thumb is going to fall off from the stress. Oh, through pain, I achieve self-improvement. My god, look, I'm playing holographic chess. That's just so cool. All right, level 18, 19, and 20. Phew, I'm done torturing myself. Just kidding, it's time to torture myself yet again at the schnizzelator machine, whereby, of course, rapping, I achieve greater creative gains. And you can already tell by how exciting the jumpsuit and clock necklace on my character are that I'm going to say something pretty wacky that you would never expect. And that's clearly a sign that I am becoming more creative than most people are. Look at me go. I'm somehow able to endure the pain of once again mashing the A button. Man, they couldn't even change which button you're pressing, for God's sake. Everything is exactly the same minigame. Well, fine, whatever. I still feel as though I put a good amount of effort into this, and I will have earned it by the time I become more creative. This may be one of the most unusual contraptions I've ever seen. How is this supposed to make me more creative? This honestly looks like something out of a horror film, not a video game. I'm not enjoying 1 minute of this. All right, level 8, 9, and 10. Thank God that's over. That was one of the most unpleasant sensory experiences I've had to endure today. It's time to go back to Skyline Beach now. All right, I'm back at Skyline Beach. Check out that cinematic. Thankfully, for enduring that extremely unpleasant experience, my skills in artistic, physical, and mental have all improved greatly. Fortunately, in return for doing all of that, I have achieved a promotion from Ferret Wrestler to Ferret Tamer. Hey, at least I've achieved something with my stupid life. Alright, I've earned so much more money. 1,080 simoleons. Yeah. I've now learned a new act mean social move, sign language. Well, why would I want to be mean to anyone? I thought all I've been trying to do is make friends. Well, you know, at the very least, I've achieved the promotion of Ferret Master. I mean, what more could you want in life? Well, anyway, let's socialize a bit. We can't sit around here all day as Ferret Master and just expect business to go on by itself. Alright, I think it should be relatively easy to make friends here in Skyline Beach. The people are relatively agreeable and respond to a variety of social approaches. All right, let's find out what this backslap is. I take it back. I'm once again fighting a police officer in a literal cloud of smoke. I hope it gets better for me. Look at me. I'm exchanging a platonic backslap with a fellow neighborhood member. Gaze upon me and observe how completely normally social I can be, making friends with just about anyone. Alright, I am so popular now that I'm able to access the Red Room. You love to see it. The Red Room isn't actually a room. It doesn't really even look that much better than— why am I in a fight with the police again? Why does this keep happening to me? This is why I should just go to the Red Room and not fight the police. Look at the Red Room. There are no police officers in there. It's much safer. They've even begun putting cool model pictures of me up around town because of how popular I am. Look, I'm getting into yet another fight with the police. I am such a crazy guy. This looks really bad. Someone should call another police officer, because I seem to be fighting this one a lot. Well, anyway, let's part ways. I'm going to the Red Room. Simply ignore me. All right, the bouncer is letting me into the Red Room. This is great because I get to use the hot tub. Ah, the hot tub, a signature furniture item in any Sims game. It satisfies so many of my needs at once. Look, I am both entertained and washed simultaneously, if you can even believe it. And look, I even get to socialize with other Sims while they make their way into the tub to join me. Don't just get out, Chad Ambiguous. The tub is a great place to make friends and get washed while being entertained all at once. Alright, despite the extremely luxurious hot tub, we're going to have to sleep on a bunch of reused subway seats, it appears. But I can fall asleep easily because I'm from the streets. Yeah. Make friends with me and we can bust a move. Oh my goodness, I really would love to learn to bust a move. I would bust practically anything to get more popular. Oh yeah, I've learned to bust a move. Let's use it. This is so exciting. I have to resort to even new cinematic camera angles and how potentially hazardous this could have been. That was so exciting to watch me bust a move. I think I'll just do it for practically everyone I meet now. Multiple times in a row. I'm going to do nothing but the busting of moves for this gentleman over here. Oh my gosh. Imagine his excitement when I am launched into the air, not to my own death, but to perform an extremely impressive physical feat. Wow. It looks like I can just continuously bust a move over and over and over again until I can't bust no more. I gotta admit, it's a little bit scary when my character is momentarily launched off screen. But don't be fooled, I'm not disappearing into another dimension. I'm simply doing a backflip in midair. You think you've got the rhymes? I don't even know who you are, Ambiguous. I can show you how to rap. I've just learned a new greeting social move, how to rap. Alright, not only do we have a new power social, and not only have I learned the ability to rap at people without them even asking for it, but we also have unlocked Gasoline Row, which is, of course, the home to the bikers of the city. Well, I think that we can all clearly agree that 3 identity changes in one day is obviously just not enough. It's time to purchase a Harley-Davidson and change my lifestyle entirely once again. Welcome to Gasoline Row. Already you can tell that my fame has begun to spread by the photographs of me on the walls. Just more advertisements for me, of course. But oh well, we haven't proven ourselves to the residents of this neighborhood just yet. Let's try to fit in with the locals. Fortunately, our plethora of social moves learned from other neighborhoods can now be leveraged to entice the members of this community in order to like me, maybe even more, although most of them are just utterly useless. Can someone teach me to spit fire or something that biker folks find enchanting? Want to find out how I got my name? Do a good job at the chop shop and I'll show you how to headbutt. Ah yes, violent acts of aggression in order to establish my manhood. Nothing would excite a biker more. Alright, chop shop flunky, here we go. Oh, this is kind of cool. I'm repairing motorcycles. Oh my goodness, this minigame is actually different from the other ones. Instead of pressing 4 buttons, I'm pressing only 3. I can't believe how inventive this gameplay concept is. Actually, I do feel a little bit excited. Not only do we have to build bikes, but we also have to grill sausages for some reason. Make those sausages. The promoter is chewing my ear off on the phone. Well, this is actually extremely relaxing. I never thought I would find such a sense of repose in the act of grilling sausages for all. Don't mind if I do. 300 simoleons. Yes, yes. Oh, awesome. Duke Headbutt has taught you a new greet social move, Headbutt. Well, I could have told you that from his name. Alright, at the very least, we can use this in order to greet just about anyone here. What about this very dangerous looking man? What is your name, sir? Not only have I put myself at risk of a concussion, but I've also made maybe a new friend. Let me just continuously do this until we both wind up at the hospital, and we are the best of amigos. Pork Chop, if you can even believe that's his name, has taught me to body bonk. I am able to do so many cool things with my body in order to surprise and excite others. Look at me go. I'm busting a move which has been busted by me, and I'm about to bonk his body, or my own body. Who even knows which body will be bonked? Maybe both of them. Oh my gosh, that looked so dangerous and exciting at the same time. I feel so close to you. Oh, I can even tag graffiti walls now. Oh, here's one right now. This is so exciting. We're going to race bikes, drag race. Only $25 to enter, of course I'll enter. I'm not quite sure how this works, but it looks both dangerous and amusing. I've almost forgotten to change my clothes, though. Now, this is much better. This looks like a real clothing store. Not just like some shipping container in the middle of the neighborhood anymore. This is a real establishment, you can tell. Look at me. Once again, as it is my custom, I am such a nimble social chameleon that I am certain to fit in this neighborhood as well. Here goes nothing. Head. Gone are the days of bucket hats. No, instead, I will don this pike helmet from World War I. All to surprise the bikers with how dangerous I am capable of being. Sunglasses. Oh, these look pretty cool. Almost as if I came out of the future or something. Shirt. Literally only one option. Well, I guess we have to go with that then. Don't be fooled by the flames on my shirt. I'm not actually on fire. These are merely an abstraction of how hot and fast I am capable of being. Pants. Safety first. Sneakers. Just kidding, it's not even sneakers, it's boots. Alright, these will make me look even taller and more imposing. And we'll just use this large belt buckle to overcompensate for how I'm actually very underconfident. We will wear a literal chain. How is it that even when I'm wearing a regular shirt, the chains just hover off of my body? Well, okay. Maybe I have some sort of magnetism in my neck. And we'll just take off our bracelets because bikers, of course, eschew ostentatious displays of wealth. Okay, I look not only fat and dumpy, but also like I fit in. Look out, Gasoline Row. Here comes another guy who's just like you. Alright, now I think we can race motorcycles without looking like such a weirdo. Alright, let's try that chop shop again. I bet you I can learn yet another move, bike stripper. Oh look, it literally says, yay. That only begins to describe how happy I am in this workplace. Oh, please give me a promotion. Hey! Yes, promotion! Promotion! 1,080 simoleons. Amazing. More importantly, I've learned the tuck and hug 360. Whatever that means. And now, I fit right in when I race with the locals. Oh, it looks like I won some money. What an exciting animation that was. I didn't realize I meet my entertainment need by sitting in a chair in this game. I feel happy. I'm so easily pleased. It's the simple things in life. It's time for the midnight party and everyone just looks like a zombie. Or, I don't know, really hungover on the way. You're having a good time, don't do that. Alright, just a little bit more socializing with the residents of this neighborhood. Everyone seems to appreciate a lot of aggressive touching in this neighborhood. Just look, any one of these social rituals could send our protagonist to the hospital in seconds. These people live on the edge. Even the police officer has come over to supervise our social interaction. I've entered yet another altercation with the police. What have I even done? Oh, you know, it's probably because of my gambling. He doesn't like to see us gamble. Finally, I understand. Look, his Sprite literally has a donut. Alright, maybe we need to cool it with the illegal activities. I can't afford another trip to the hospital after an altercation with the police. Oh yeah, I've learned to blow flame. Awesome. Well, here goes nothing. This looks, oh my goodness. That was actually really cool. I mean, I'm sure we could socialize without the risk of creating third-degree burns, but, well, what fun would that be? Oh my goodness, I'm just using it on everyone in the neighborhood. Behold how I can harness and control the natural elements. Earth, water, wind, and fire. But mainly fire. Oh, I've reached level 24, Trendsetter, and I've unlocked Central Station. Oh my goodness. The level of my excitement has not been quite this high in a lot of time. Social star level 187. How has it come to this? Who is that man, and why is he walking around with a colander on his head? Bobo. Alright, you seem enigmatic enough to begin a conversation with you. He's not even wearing shoes or a shirt, but he has on a cape. And honestly, I do question the efficacy of a colander in its waterproofing qualities. Let's see what we can learn about this man, try to improve his life situation a little bit. This is a certified weirdo we've met. Oh my goodness, he's just put on a shirt. What have we done? How did we cause that? Look at me go. I'm changing other people now because of how popular I've grown. Wow. So we've ascended to the highest level of the job at the chop shop. I've earned 2,420 simoleons. You're the finest mechanic I've ever seen. And I've learned to mock. Whole new social avenues are opening up before me as we speak. Well, I feel that's pretty good for one day. We've made it through 4 neighborhoods. I've changed my identity not 3, but 4 times. And I don't even think I know who I am anymore. But whoever I am, everyone loves me, I'm the most popular, and I'm great at everything I do. I think my favorite moment was the entire thing. But maybe when we got the ultimate promotion at the chop shop, we hadn't done that. That was pretty good. And honestly, there's still a little bit left to do before we become the most popular ever sim to grace the city. You can clearly see how far I've come. My photos are up on practically every wall in town, and everyone loves me, maybe even more than they love themselves. I'm like becoming an influencer before being an influencer was even invented. I think that's just about enough for one day. The Urbz, Sims in the City. One of the greatest sim games, all about being a social chameleon and doing everything you can to achieve socially Darwinistic greatness. You love to see it. Anyway, as always, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. A big thanks to my patrons, who are all just about as popular as can be. Until next time.